Hello everyone, and welcome to the series finale of Cyberpunk Red Specters, an actual play of Cyberpunk Red set in the world of Cyberpunk 2077. My name is ELH the Game Master, and joining me are two lovely individuals who are ready to get ready to die, I think is the vibe we're going for here. But yeah, I just want to make it very clear that today is very much the last session for this campaign. We're going to talk after the session and decide if we want to keep going as a group or we want to call it there. But let's actually have the session first, and then we'll just sort of see what happens. The other thing I'll say is that tonight's probably going to be a lot of combat, a lot of movie-style scenes, as it were, because we have some loose ends to wrap up, and we only have so much time to do it in. So if you see us fudging the rules, just know that we're doing it in the sake of entertainment and fun. But other than that, I'm excited to get started. So let's get our introductions going. So, Annex, what do you got going on?
All right. I will be playing Henry Fairclough. He's a former NCPD officer who signed up for MAXTAC. And after a number of series of events, he's ready to find some answers as to some really fishy stuff that's been going on.
All right. Azu, what do you got going on?
I play Kane, a full-body cyborg whose only joy is combat and who fully intends to touch the stars tonight.
All right. Now, normally we would play the introductory video, but we're going to do that at the end in classic fashion. So instead, we open with the lobby of the NCPD HQ, where it is a large open atrium with concrete columns, about 10, 5 to either side of the lobby. The main doors, double doors, open up into a space that is right before a set of metal detectors and then the reception desk. And walking in is Kane and a new character we haven't seen before named Hart. And Hart is kind of a medium-length hair brunette with an armor jack on underneath a trench coat. But Hart kind of looks over at you, Kane, and motions at the metal detector with her eyes and kind of is asking, do you want to go first or should I?
Kane will give a little bit of a shrug and then, without much expression, just kind of hold out her arms and walk through the metal detector.
All right. Now, of course, you know, if you weren't already going to ding for being a full cyborg, you're going to ding because I know you have weapons on you.
Mm-hmm.
And the NCPD officer kind of steps over and says, would you please remove any metallic items you might be carrying, keys, wallet, phone?
Kane is going to lift one of her hands, give it a look, let the fingers stretch out a little bit and reveal them as obviously cybernetic, and then she is going to punch this man in the face.
Punching the man in the face. I love it. All right, go ahead and roll your melee attack, because I'm very much interested to see how well you punch this man in the face.
Oh, man.
Okay. Actually, let's turn that punch into a grapple. Let's try to use a human shield for the first time in this game, I think.
First time for everything, yeah. All right,
I
sure.
think that's just a martial arts roll, right?
Let's see. Dex plus brawling plus 1d10. Yep.
Okay. Plus brawling. Let's give it a roll.
24. All right, and I don't think he'll be able to beat it, but for shits and giggles, I'll roll it anyway. Let's see. Brawling. Go ahead. Nope. Yeah. So you grab him. Do you want to hold him classic, like arm over the neck and you have his back to you? Or do you want to have him the other way around?
Yeah, let's do that. Classic style.
All right. So you grab him. The other NCPD officer in charge goes, hey, what the hell are you doing? And he brings up his assault rifle. And as he brings up his assault rifle, Hart pulls out a very heavy pistol from her trench coat and domes the guy instantly. So before this NCPD officer can even get to the other side, he is now donezo. And it is at this point that the receptionist starts to scream, starts to freak out, and moments later you would hear the sounds of footfalls approaching right as Fairclough. Do you want to enter now or do you want to wait a little bit?
I mean, it would be pretty funny if he bursts and is like, ah, and it's like, where's everybody?
That's why I asked. Do you want to come in now or in a little bit?
It's whatever you guys think would be funnier. We could flip a coin, or just wait.
Yeah, this is up to you, Fairclough. Choose your moment.
Yeah.
All right, I'll wait. I'll wait.
You'll wait. Okay, so go ahead and let's get everybody into initiative order as the
Sure.
NCPD kind of run in from off screen in classic Matrix style, and they start to like hold up their weapons and yell for you all to freeze. Let's go ahead and get everybody into initiative order here. And
Sure.
remember that if you select your token when you hit initiative, it should automatically roll.
Okay. Can we add modifiers? No. So that has a +4.
Okay, I will edit that to a 24. Actually, no, 23. I can math. All right, well, Heart failed with
Oh,
a
wow.
7. Okay, well, one of the NCPDs is going pretty well. All right. And then Faircloud just waiting on you, and we're good to go.
Where's the button?
If you go to the Combat Encounters tab, and you can just hit the D20, and it'll automatically calculate everything for you.
Combat Encounters tab.
Looks like the cross swords.
Shit, sorry.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
All right, let's get that going. All right, so NCPD officer number 1 is going to shout freeze, and when nobody freezes, is going to attempt to shoot at Kane. Now, Kane, you do have a human shield, as it were, but we're just going to sort of see what happens.
Sure.
All right, well, you know, I believe in you, NCPD. Apparently, I didn't believe good enough, because that's a 13, which is a miss. So the NCPD officer just sprays bullets all around you, Kane, not even hitting you or your human shield.
Hey.
Oh, NCPD, what are you going to do? But it is your turn now, Kane.
Okay, let's see. Okay, cool. So she's going to interpose her, start closing the distance, just running for it.
Okay.
Looking the guy with you.
Taking the guy with you, yeah. Kind of like bracing herself behind him and just rushing forward.
Okay.
Let's see. I think I have. What's my move? It's 10. Can't quite make it to anyone. So let's head down here.
And just remember that since you're in a grapple, it is a -2 to all actions, even though you're the attacker here.
Oh yeah, sounds good. Okay, so down here, under this, and under there. All right, and I think that's her action. Is
Okay.
Heart taking cover, by the way?
She will, yeah. She's going to take cover on her turn.
Sounds good.
All right. Fairclough, it is technically your turn in combat if you wish to enter at this current moment.
Yes, he is going to enter.
All right, which
Where can
wall
he
are you
come in
Kool-Aid
from?
manning through?
Oh, which wall? Oh, so many choices. I can't really come through the. Can I go through that window?
If you want to burst
Or is that
into-
inside the building?
That's inside the building.
Yeah,
Every other
that's the
wall except
elevator.
that one is open.
Okay, he'll come through the one up top here then.
All
Oh,
right, so
yeah.
Fairclough, you quite literally burst in through the wall, and the NCPD officer that you're next to goes, "Holy shit, where the hell did you come from?"
And with that, Fairclough is going to lift one of his giant metallic feet, and he's just going to kick the guy into one of the other officer there.
I love it. I love it. Go ahead and either martial arts or melee attack here. All right, 19 is sufficient. Well, do I want to? Nah, I think a 19 is sufficient. So go ahead and roll your unarmed damage, I believe, here.
Ah, shit. Isn't that like 4d10?
Since your strength is so high, I believe that is correct. Let me
Or
just
is
double
it
check.
d6s?
It's
think
a
it's
D6.
D6.
It's 46. 14. So it ignores half armor, which means that the NCPD officer is going to fly into his fellow. They are going to catch themselves. They're not going to go prone, but you do deal a good chunk of damage, all things considered. Like, you hear the audible crack of the guy's body armor as the kick connects.
What?
I still got move?
You do, yes.
All right, Fairclaugh's going to move up and do a follow-up then, now that they're both together.
Okay.
Here's a second
All right.
15.
15, let me just, that is possible for him to miss, so let me just go ahead. Thank you, NCPD, living up to expectations.
It's tradition at this point.
It really is, just for them to roll natural ones at the best time. So yeah, go ahead and roll damage, and we'll just sort of see what happens.
15.
15, let me double check. All right, only 1 6, because multiple 6 were good. How do you want to kill the first one? Or do you actually want to kill the first one?
No, he's... I don't know. For now, let's say he doesn't kill him.
Okay, just knocks him out.
He's gonna kick the legs up from underneath him, and you're gonna hear his legs just snap and see them like twist out unnaturally, and he's just gonna fall to the floor, ragdoll.
Okay. He has been moved over to the side then. Very nice. All right, well, here comes the other NCPD officers. I believe in all of them. I don't. Side note, he doesn't. All right, let's see. So the one nearest to Kane is going to attempt to open fire once more. I am not holding my breath, but you never know. Yeah, that's a 10. That's a total miss. And then the next NCPD to go is the other one close to Fairclough. I think they are actually going to pull out a sparking baton and attempt to hit you with a medium melee attack. 16. Which you can either evade or use your own brawling against. Yeah, so you evade it very easily. It is a rate of fire of 2, so he's going to get another swing in. Yeah, I think you don't need... Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. So he swings once, twice, and just whiff each time as you sidestep each blow. And then finally, this officer is asleep. Hart, your netrunner, is going to dive for cover. And then the NCPD officer that is currently being grappled is going to attempt to break said grapple, which requires them to roll a successful grab. So that's another brawling on his part.
Ooh.
So yeah, number to beat here is 14 on your part there, Kane.
Got a 20.
Yeah, so just NCPD jobbing as they are wont to do. All right, well, top of the initiative order, the NCPD officer at this point is actually going to start backing up towards the elevators where he came from, and is going to get into his radio and go, back up, send everyone, we've got the cyborgs in sight, send everyone. And he's actually going to escape into the corridor and to the elevators beyond, so he is no longer here. Which means it's now Kane's turn.
Okay. Well, let's move forward here, and then let's throw the guy we're actually, is that throw? If you throw, you could attack the person you're grappling, but can you attack with melee another person as you're grappling someone else?
To hit a dude with another dude.
Let's do that. Yeah, can we do that?
I'll say you could do it. You would. It's basically, if I remember correctly, you do body stat, ignoring all armor, as part of a throw.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, let's do a throw here. And that's, my body stat is 12.
Okay.
12 damage.
Let me just check here if there's anything. So if you're throwing onto the ground, no check is required if I'm reading this correctly. If you're throwing them at someone else... I believe it is. Yes, here it is. Dex plus athletics plus 1d10 if you are throwing them at someone else.
Oh, I see.
Gotta do it.
To a maximum using the grenade launcher DV entry. Okay.
I mean, it's a choice.
Grenade.
We're close enough. Let's just throw this guy on the ground and take that free 12.
All right, free 12 to the face. So you throw him to the ground, and you hear a crunch. As his nose becomes not so much a nose anymore. But he is no
Kane is
longer
also
grappled.
going non-lethal right now.
Noted.
Non-lethal for cyborgs.
Noted. All right.
All right, and then she'll move up in front of this guy. I think a throw action is the full action, so I don't get my 2 ROF. So I think
that
that's
is
the
correct,
end of,
yes.
That's the end of Kane's turn then.
All right, Fairclough, it's now your go.
All right. This guy right here. Let's just go ahead and hit him with 2 martial arts attacks.
Okay. All right, a 20. It is technically possible for them to evade, but I don't believe. Nope.
There's a
21.
second one, 21.
Nope.
All right.
Ooh, only 9. Okay. Wow, 3 ones. And then, all right, so that is a total of 21, ignoring half armor. How do you want to knock this guy out, assuming you are still knocking them out?
This guy, he was what? He was trying. Has he even got the fire as weapon yet?
He's fired around you.
Okay. Yeah, Fairclough, he's going to grab the end of his rifle, just twist it, and just kind of like warp just mutilate the front of the weapon, and then he's just going to punch the guy right in the chest.
Okay. So, just to be clear, lethal, non-lethal?
Non-lethal. He punches him and then falls up with a roundhouse kick, sending him flying into the wall here.
Love it. All right, so there's probably going to be some major rib damage to the guy, but if he gets medical attention, he'll live. And as he
say
climbs,
non-lethal, but you know
it's the Yakuza non-lethal where Kiryu never kills anyone, even though he shoots them and hits them with bicycles. Yeah, hits them with bicycles and slices them with katanas. Never kills them at all.
Yes, never kills them. Shoots them sometimes, never kills them.
Never kills them. All right, well, at this point, I'm just trying to see who's back up and still... Oh, Kane, the one next to you. The one that's still up. I think he's going to look at you, and he's going to look at Fairclough behind you, and he's just going to drop his weapon to the ground and say, "Don't kill me."
I'll give him a smile.
All right, so that's his entire action. That person's out already, so Hart is going to kind of shout from behind cover, "Can I come up with you guys yet, or should I stay here by the entrance?"
Yes, get close.
Okay. Hart's going to run up to cover to the left side of the lobby behind one of the pillars. And then I think the only NCPD officer, nope, he's already gone. So, Kane, what do you want to do with the guy that basically surrendered?
All right, she's just gonna she's still gonna knock him out.
Okay. Go ahead and...
I was about to do it if you took too long.
Go ahead and roll for giggles. We're just wanting to make sure you don't, like, totally biff it here.
Sure.
Yeah, 23. I'm not even going to roll evasion. And then roll your other one just for giggles.
Sure.
Because there's no way he's going to roll 2 10s. All right, I'll roll for the 18, but you never know. Yeah, you're fine. So do you want to chokehold him out? Do you want to slam him into the ground? How do you want to knock him out?
She'll since he was kind enough to surrender, she'll try not to break anything. She's just gonna grab him by the throat and choke him out.
She better say, "I'll be gentle" when she does it too.
Don't worry, I'll be gentle.
So the NCPD officer does not offer any resistance, and he is going to just go limp in your grasp.
All right, so let him go.
All right. So at this point, you guys are now in a lobby which has significantly less bullet holes than I was expecting, but again, it's the NCPD who apparently can't roll for shit.
No wonder Night City's the way it is.
Yeah, well, it explains a lot, if we're being honest. But at this point, Hart steps out of cover, and she runs over to the corridor, which beyond past those double doors are a set of 6 elevators, 3 to either side. And
Kane's gonna run ahead of her just to make sure she doesn't run into any like ambushes or anything.
Gotcha. She's going to run up to one of the control panels, pull out her cyber deck, and is going to basically plug into the elevator controls and says, "Okay, well, the NCPD officer that ran off midway through combat looks like he's gone up to protect someone, but our destination is down, so do we want to just go down to the server room?"
Which is the one he took?
One moment. That one, and she points at the farthest left elevator.
Okay, Fairclough is going to grab the elevator doors and force these ones open on this floor. Okay.
Okay.
And then he's going to reach in and he's going to grab the fucking cable.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to yank it. He's going to try and rip the fucking
Has
thing
it
out.
has it made it all the way up though? Did the guy get off, or is he still riding the elevator?
I think it's still going up for somatic effect. So Faircloud, go ahead and roll me on athletics here.
All right. This is what Faircloud is good at.
22. Do you wish to add a +2 from chat, or do you want to keep the 22?
Let's add a +2, sure.
24, good, because I was setting the DV at 23. So you grab the cable, you wrench it down. There is a screech of metal as the elevator brakes try to engage and stop the car from falling, but you pull hard enough that you hear the snap of something very metallic and very heavy, and moments later the car begins plummeting down towards you.
And Faircloud just steps back.
All right. So you hear the scream, the panic scream of the officer inside as the elevator goes, and then just makes a big old metallic like slam as it hits the bottom floor.
The bottom was the objective, right?
Yes.
And Faircloud jumps down the just will step down into the new entryway he's made. Landing on top of that crashed elevator.
Hart's gonna look at Kane and go, man, you guys are wild. I've never had anyone do an entrance like that before.
Yeah, he's a bit extra. Come now, I'll take you down.
All right, so we're now going to go to the main server room, which is pretty easy to find because it's pretty much the only thing on this next floor. So, since this elevator door is already busted, we're just going to say that you were able to come into the main space. And it is a square space. It's maybe about, let me do a quick measurement here. It's about 50 meters across, 50 meters square. In the middle, you have gangplanks and walkways, as the server racks themselves are all literally water cooled. They are quite literally submerged as they're being kept cool. In the center are where you would normally have netrunners in their tubes or netrunners in their seats. There's only one netrunner that is currently in the place, and interestingly enough, you recognize at least the netrunner in question. It is Tubes, who apparently was your tech back at MAXTAC.
A tech with the net running capabilities. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Now, other features of this room before I turn you loose is that if you direct your attention to the sort of radiation symbols kind of in the corners of the room, those are what are essentially coolant dumps, where if the water gets too hot or if a runaway reaction or fire begins to happen, those will basically burst with coolant and more or less act as fire suppressants. So when they go off, they fill the walkways above. So these walls are not just walls, they are walkways a layer above the gangplanks, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so these grates are below these upper walkways.
Correct.
And the coolant floods these upper walkways and then the room below?
Correct.
Okay, so this whole room is designed to flood, basically.
Exactly.
Okay. Do we know if there's any way to disable these coolant tanks?
You could go up to each one individually, or you could attempt to take over in one of the cyber pods that Tubes is currently in. And if you look on the map, there's kind of those 6 hexagons. Each of those is a tube you could use for that.
6 hexagon. Oh, right, in the middle there, I see.
Mm-hmm.
She'll look to Hart. Do you think you would be able to deactivate those coolant tanks?
I mean, it's probably going to be easier if I do them one by one, but I can't do anything cyber deck wise while that spider's in the system. And she points at Tubes.
Well, can we rip him out?
I mean, yeah, you can rip him out easy enough. He's not going to like it, but you can rip him out.
I think we're past the point of liking it.
All right.
Stay close.
All right.
Anything happen?
No. In fact, you walk up to the tube in a Tubes, and it doesn't seem to respond. In fact, you see he's got one of the leads that goes into the back of the neck. He is fully submerged in almost like a cryo environment, and is otherwise not responsive to the outside world.
Careful, Faircloud. This seems sketchy.
I agree. This is too easy. This is going to be too easy. And I want to make a perception test. Does this look like is there any kind of obvious trap or something here?
Yeah, go ahead and I'm trying to think if it would just be basic perception here, I think.
13, not good.
I'll have Kane do a check too because she's sus.
Yeah, go for it.
Remember, we are solos, so we can put our points into perception.
Mm-hmm.
That was for Faircloud, just in case you forgot. Oh, where's perception? There it is.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you see all the things with a 35. Yeah. So more things for me to point out. In these bottom two server racks, the ones to the south of the room, those are currently seemingly glowing red, as if they're either powered down or they are overclocked. You're not sure which. But if you were to go and come to this panel here, you see that sort of glowing rectangle right there on that wall. What you're going to notice is that there apparently is a program running, some sort of brain dance simulation that is currently being run by those two server racks. Since you succeeded so well, you would also see that the program is halfway completed and that the name of the program is Re-Education Jerry Falter.
Interesting. She's going to share that. Is it safe to assume that Tubes is going through that brain dance, or does this seem like it's being channeled to a different floor?
It's probably safe to say that Tubes is going through this.
Faircloud, it seems Tubes is going through Re-Education into Jerry Falter?
Am I ripping him out or
correct,
not?
Or am I misinterpreting that?
Sorry, say again?
Sorry, just to check, is that correct? Does it seem that Tubes is being re-educated into Jerry Falter, or am I misinterpreting that?
No, you are correct in that it is Jerry Falter who wrote the program, and that Tubes is going through Re-Education. Yep.
Okay. Hart, if we pull him out of there, does he die?
His brain's going to be scrambled for sure. We probably want to figure out how to end the program first. Do you want me to jack in and she motions at her cyber deck?
I see two server racks down there that seem to be active. Do you know if we can... Is there any faster way?
Fast, yes. Safe, no.
Let's play it safe then.
So Hart is going to jack into the wall there and attempt to start interfacing. And let me ask this. Do you all want to roll for Hart, or should I roll for Hart?
Roll. You could roll.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll roll
you
for her
take
then.
it. DM, take the wheel.
All right. Well, she is going to roll a cyber tech here, which I apparently didn't put in her stat. Good job, me. All right. She's going to make her roll, and let's see what happens. A 20, more than sufficient. So she'll say, yeah, I got him. I can end the program. He'll be done in about 3 minutes. Can we spare that long?
She'll look at the elevator. Does she see any signs of incoming?
Roll perception. And you, if I remember correctly, you have Cyber Audio Suite, so remember to add bonuses from that.
All right, I think that's a +2. I remember. Let's just... Oops, not lip reading, not lip reading.
26 is more than sufficient. So when you use your special ears, quote unquote, you do actually hear that a elevator car is coming, and that there is a group of individuals discussing the broken elevator you came down in on. But there is at least one elevator car that is going to be reaching your level soon.
Gotcha. Faircloud, we have an incoming elevator. Can you handle that before it gets here, like you did the last one?
All right, and Faircloud is just going to go stomp, 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 stomp. So I'm guessing, is there another room out here? Or...
Yeah, so what we're not seeing on the map is that there is a small rectangular room above this double door that has 6 elevator doors. Again, 3 to the left, 3 to the right. You came in on the far left one.
Okay. Yeah, he's going to I'm trying to think what the best thing for this would be. Okay, yeah, no, he's going to wait at the door for it to open.
Okay. So when the door opens, do you want to wait for them to step out, or should I describe what's in the car first?
Well, what's Faircloud's gonna see, right?
So if you're off to the side, I would say that
He's standing in front.
Oh, if you're standing in front. Okay, if you see the front, then what you're going to see on the inside is will look to be normal beat cops. Like, they're not heavily armored, or at least not to the level that we're in the lobby. Like, these look like somebody took, like, the rookie, or somebody took, like, the second, third year on the job, like, wet behind the ears still kind of a person, and gave them a gun and sent them down to deal with you. And in fact, when the doors open and there's about 5 of them in the car, they all kind of look at you in fear as some of them actively back up. Others try to like raise their guns, but their hands are shaking violently.
They got like medium pistols.
Yeah, in fact, they're not even heavily armed. They are quite literally just with not even very heavy, just heavy pistols.
Cannon fodder.
Redcow's just going to, his red eye is just going to glow, and his arm's going to slowly reach in. He's going to lean in a little bit, press the up button on the elevator, and lean out and just let them go back up.
Nice. Very nice.
Oh, man.
So
Not
yeah.
full psycho yet.
Yeah. All right, so you go back up, and while that's happening, we're going to go back to Hart and Kane. So Hart says, all right, he's disengaged at this point, referencing tubes. He's probably going to be a little bit loopy. Looks like he was in that program for a good 24 hours before we got here.
Thank you, Hart.
Do you want me to deal with the coolant tanks, or should I stay jacked in here?
Let's deal with the coolant tanks. I suspect they'll try to flood us when we start scrounging their information.
All right, I'm going to go handle this nearest one then. And she jacks out and runs over to go deal with coolant tank number 1.
All right, she's going to head over to tubes. And she said he was good to be yanked out, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yep, she'll yank out tubes as tubes.
All right. So you pull tubes out. He's very much a limp body. Do you want to put him on the ground? Do you want to hold him? Do you want to leave him in there?
How far down is this? These are all submerged, right?
Yeah, so beneath the gangplanks, the grating, it's about a meter of space before you hit the coolant water. If you go all the way to the ground floor, beneath the water, it's like probably about a 5-meter drop, all things considered.
Okay. So what she's going to do, he's napping. She's going to pick him up by the leg and just dangle him over one of the edges here until he wakes up. Give him a little shake.
Do you want his head to be in the water, yes or no?
No. That's a meter down, I think, right? So I don't think she can lower him that far.
Well, you could. I mean, a normal person is about 1.7, 1.8. So if you really wanted to.
Oh, right. Yeah, meter. I was thinking, for some reason I thought 30 meters. Okay, yeah. Meter. If he doesn't wake up when she just hangs him, yeah, she'll give him a little dip. Unless this water, is this water? Like, she'll
it's all water.
Call the Heart. If it's just water, good temperature, yeah, she'll give him a little dunk.
You give him a dunk after him being non-responsive, but the water immediately gets his attention because he doesn't want to suffocate to death or, drown. So he begins to splutter and cough, and his eyes flutter open, and he looks at you and he goes, "Is that you, Kane? I thought we decommissioned you."
Good morning, Tubes. Looks like your boss had a different plan in mind for you.
Yeah, they were indoctrinating me, re-educating me, whatever you want to call it.
Well, it's a good thing we found you then, isn't it?
Yeah, he kind of looks around. Where the hell are we?
NCPD basement. We're going to need your help here.
Okay, what do you need help with? I mean, I barely can remember my own name, but well, I can try to help.
That's okay, you're probably better at this than I am. You see all those coolant tanks?
And he looks around. Yeah.
Well, if you don't want to drown in them when your superiors decide to flood this place and cut their losses, I suggest you work on turning those off.
Okay. You want to maybe put me down and not hang me upside down?
Oh, of course. And then she'll pull him, and before she drops him, she'll kind of pat him down, make sure he's not armed or anything.
Ah, very cool. Go ahead and give me a conceal reveal object here.
Oh no.
Where are you touching him? Hey, watch it.
Let's see. Now this is just an 8.
As far as you can tell, he doesn't have anything on him.
All right, so let's drop him.
So Tubes is going to hit the deck, gracefully or otherwise. He'll sit up groggily, kind of hold his head and go, oh man, how long was I in there?
24 hours, apparently.
Ah,
I'm surprised
jeez,
you
it
still
felt
remember
like
your name.
weeks, if not years or months.
Yeah, you get used to it.
Did you have to go through shit like that?
You bet.
Oh, fun. I'll let me go see what I can do. And
Quick
unless
thing, Tubes.
Hmm.
When you... How should I put this? What was the first unusual mod you installed on Fairclough?
And you can see he's thinking, and he's like, I think it was something related to basketball.
She narrows her eyes at him a little bit. What annoying substance did Fairclough get covered in again?
I think it was silly putty. At this point, if you'd like to roll something or just make the narrative declaration that you know something, I'll let that be your call.
Yeah, I think Kane's sus. She's going to pick him up and dangle him over the water again.
Oh, okay, we're doing this again. All right. Okay.
Got more
name,
coming,
Tubes?
Kane.
Your actual
Fairclough will
name.
pipe up
She'll
over
give him a
the.
nod. Or did he say
the
no more coming or more coming?
More coming. Yeah,
Okay.
at this
Yeah.
point, another 2 elevator cars are coming down.
Okay. Let's try this again. What's your name, Tubes? Your real name?
My real name. Does that matter?
Yes.
It's Jeremy. Why?
What was the name of the overwrite program? Who made it?
Jerry Falter. So very close.
Jerry Falter. She'll look at him and give him a little dunk for good measure.
Comes back up dripping wet.
What do you know about Jerry Falter?
I know he wrote that damn program that I was just in.
And what was the program doing to you, Tubes?
Trying to turn me against MAXTAC.
How so?
Well, to get into their systems and change things so they were easier to access.
Mm-hmm. Were you involved in leaking our information to the NCPD?
Yeah. Sorry about that. I mean, at the time, I wasn't thinking clearly.
Yeah, I'm sure it seemed like a good idea at the time. And she's gonna dunk him again.
And as you continue to dunk him, we'll go back to Fairclough. So yeah, Fairclough, the far left elevator is the one you came down on, is broken. The second to the left is the one you sent back up. The 2 on the furthest to the right are the ones that are coming down now.
Okay, this is bad. 2 at once. All right.
Yes.
Fairclough's he's got this new launcher, right?
You do have your new launcher, yep.
Okay, his launcher's just gonna go thunk thunk as 2 smoke grenades ricochet off the walls and just start filling the entire lobby room with smoke.
Okay. So you fill the room with
And-
smoke.
Cut to the NCPD's perspective.
Mm-hmm. So they the doors open and they just see a wall of smoke as it rushes into the elevators. They begin shouting and they send one person ahead from one of the elevators. And if I understand your intentions, are you going to predator them?
The first elevator door that he goes over to one of the elevator doors that opens, and he is going to just absolutely maul all of them that are inside that small space.
these
And that's what the
also
others are going to
noobs?
hear.
Are these guys just beat cops,
Yeah,
basically?
are they
or
noobs as well?
The first car is. The second car is more heavily armored like the ones in the lobby. But still not anti-cyborg, interestingly. So yeah, Fairclough, do you want to maul the newbies? Do you want to maul the lobby level guards? Or do you want to leave them both alone?
Oh man, there's so many decisions here. I want to absolutely rip them apart, but at the same time, should I be rolling or something by now? Or
I would say
feel
that
like-
it's your call. I
Yeah.
mean, it's one of those things where there's not hard rules for cyberpsychosis.
Mhm.
So if you want to start rolling now, we can, but it's your call to make as a player.
I think personally, Faircloud, that he should start making rolls when something really emotionally charged starts happening. Like if he
Mhm.
confronts his old boss from the NCPD, or
Yeah.
something about his uncle comes out or something. Because right now, the cops have been very impersonal towards him.
yeah, they have. Yeah, so Faircloud is going to mirror that, and especially considering he used to work alongside them, he is going to what's he gonna do with the newbies? How is he gonna deter them? I'm trying to think.
Could always do the elevator up again.
He could. I'm just trying to think of what the best way to he's going to could he mar like grab and like twist the doors shut?
If you want to give me an athletics.
Just mutilate them. He's going to mutilate the shuttered doors on the elevator itself.
Okay. Yeah,
26?
more than sufficient to do that.
And is there any way to, yeah, he's gonna do that. He's just gonna grab the doors and he's just gonna close them shut. They might shoot at him, their little medium or heavy pistols or whatever. He's gonna shrug it off. He's Faircloud. And I'm guessing this is by the time the other team is they sent their guy out.
Yeah, so the other team, the more experienced and well-armed team, is going to send their guy out into the smoke. He's going to kind of wave around hands trying to feel where he is, but it's heavy smoke. He can't really see what's going on. It's at this point that he's going to go for his radio. He says, negative contact on the cyborgs. However, there's a lot of smoke down here. Should we deploy the coolant systems? And that's, Faircloud, that's when you hear over the radio, you hear the voice of Jerry Falter. And Falter says, just keep them contained down there. I'll be down shortly.
And with that, and the Kane's going to, and Hart would hear that over their shared link through their cyber network or whatever. And Faircloud is going to, there's going to be like a red eye glow, like just kind of appear from behind him. And he's going to maybe even see the red light on some of the smoke around him. And as he turns around, Faircloud is going to just grab the he's going to grab the radio and the guy's rifle, take the rifle away, grab the guy, rip the radio off, take his helmet off, just kind of shake him around a bit and throw him back into the elevator.
Okay. So you throw him into the elevator. I'm going to say that probably just knocks the NCPD officers down for the moment because you threw a dude at them. Do you want to do the elevator door trick with them again, or?
I'm trying to think of something intimidating to say. You know what? No, he's just going to stand there and he's going to light up his cyber optic and just stand in the smoke
Okay. All
and look
right.
at them.
Well, let's make an actual roll here. Why don't you give me a persuasion with a +2?
All right. I swear there's an intimidation skill.
Yeah, I keep looking for intimidation, but if there is one, I don't know where the hell it is on this sheet. But with a 27, I think as the NCPD officers pick themselves up from being, hit with one of their fellows, they're like, okay, we're just going to stay in here. Have fun, Mr. Cyborg. Back to Kane and Tubes.
Yeah. Back
So at this point, you've dunked Tubes like 6 or 7 times, and
Just for
he's
fun
either
at this
giving
point.
he's either giving conflicting answers or he started to loop back around and repeat the same things. But overall, without any roll required, you would be able to tell that either he has been thoroughly brain scrambled from the brain dance, or this is not Tubes. You're not 100% sure which one at this point.
Yeah, she's gonna... Tubes, what were you trained to do?
I was a tech for the MAXTAC SPAR teams. Why?
Where'd
I
you go to
told
school?
you we worked together once.
Where'd you go to school?
I don't remember.
Sorry, Twos, but I don't have time for this. If you don't have anything useful to say, I think it's time you take a nap.
Listen, I mean, surely, you know, you don't have to kill me.
She'll lift him up, bring him over, hanging, and just kind of choke him out.
Choke him out. All right, so we'll just mark him asleep then.
And then once she's done that, she's actually going to let him dangle again. And then she's going to break off the railing, like the top part, and just wrap it around his leg to hold him there.
Okay. So just kind of dangling him over the water.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, just in case he wakes up and so he doesn't try anything funny.
So it's at this point that Hart reports from the first coolant. All right, I got this first one under control. I'm moving to the second one.
You heard what Fairclough sent us, right?
Yeah. I don't understand why this Falter guy is coming down to see us, but their whole response so far has been very weird.
Yeah. How long do you think it'll take you to get the next 2-3 coolant tanks dealt with?
Depends on how much encryption they have on it. I mean, the first one didn't have any, but let me see what's going on with the second and the third.
All right.
And it's at this point, Faircloud, that you don't hear other elevators coming.
And just real quick, the guys that Fairclough intimidated, are they just standing there, or did they go back up again?
I think they have stayed on the floor because they are a little bit too intimidated to reach for one of the buttons. But the rookies did go back up. The ones you did the elevator doors smash with, they went back up.
Okay. So really, there's no sound of the elevators. They're not sending anyone else down. I think they're must be preparing something big. That or they've just given up.
They're sending Jerry Falter down. That's he's in charge of the NCPD, isn't he?
He was one of the top guns, yeah?
This is very strange. But if he wants to pay us a personal visit, I don't see why we can't see what he has to say.
He used to be the one in charge of me. Maybe they're sending him down to think he can talk some sense to me. I don't know.
Maybe, or they gave him a kill switch.
Maybe, I mean, hell disabled those.
As far as we know. Just be careful. I'm gonna stay down here and cover Hart just in case, but if things get bad in there, retreat into this room.
You got it.
Well, it's about that point as Kane, as you move over to assist Hart, that, again, no perception required. This bottom section of the wall, actually up on the upper level, opens up a hidden door. And out spills a number of NCPD officers. And they each, and it's kind of a narrative moment here, each of them fans out to take firing positions around the room.
Take cover.
Jerry Falter himself steps out of the hidden room and makes himself known. Now, Jerry Falter, this is the first time we're actually seeing him. Jerry Falter is an older gentleman wearing kind of a pinstripe suit with a red tie and a blue undershirt, wearing a bowler hat. And he also has on his suit, he has a NCPD badge that has been clipped onto it. But as he kind of steps out and surveys over the railing, he just says, "All right, well, I see Kane. Fairclough, where are you, my son? Come out here. We need to have a talk."
Is Kane gonna say anything?
Jerry Falter is here. You might want to join us.
How the fuck? And then Fairclough, you're just gonna hear the stomp, stomp, stomp as he comes to the elevator.
So,
what are these guys armed with, by the way? Are they
I was
rifles
waiting for you
or
to ask.
EMPs?
So all of them are armed with microwavers, which are the EMP pistols.
Oh boy.
You know what? And Fairclough's gonna play along.
All right, yeah. So as you come out and Falter sees you, he says, "Well, there's the 2 stars of the hours. I must say that you two have put on such a lovely performance so far, though I am surprised that you haven't stained your hands with too much blood. I was expecting those newbies to turn into red paste."
You haven't been paying much attention, have you?
Well, I mean, you've already gone on 2 rampages across the city. You've solidified it in the public's mind that MAXTAC is not as incorruptible as they thought, so I think you've done a phenomenal job with what I had planned for you.
The hell are you talking about, Jerry?
Well, it's very simple, Fairclough. Do you remember your family?
Fairclough's not going to say anything in response.
You know, the ones that I had killed so that you would have a mental break.
And with that, Fairclough's optic is going to light up, and I don't even know if she should launch into violence yet.
Why don't you do a resist drugs and torture, and we'll find out together.
I'm saying I can think of something. Maybe his launcher. You can hear its autoloader go and switch from the smokes to the actual grenades.
Okay. All right. So Falter doesn't seem to be perturbed by that at all, and he continues to say, "The ones where once you had that mental break that I had you pushed further and further towards full Borg, that one day you'd end up at MAXTAC as my little pawn, unknowing."
No, I volunteered.
Is that before or after the brain dances? Do you remember?
What? I don't. Fairclough's gonna look to Kane, and then kind of look back to himself. Is there anything I can do to maybe try and remember?
You certainly can. I'm just trying to figure out what to actually make it.
Concentration? Well,
you know what? Concentration does sound good. Let's do that.
He has really high cons. I'm thinking, do we have any more bonuses?
You do have 1 + 2 from chat at the moment, yes.
Okay, let's go for the +2 here.
Oh! Ooh.
Oh no!
Oh no!
I think
he's slipping. I think he's slipping at this point.
I would agree.
Can't even think. What have I become?
Well, you've become a useful asset. Now, I'll get to you in a moment, Kane, but Fairclough, I just want you to know that once we disarm you today, we'll be sending you through another re-education program to sell you off to Arasaka because they are looking for a new Atom Smasher stand-in. So just know that you are going to be put to good use.
I'm not a fucking tool.
It's at this time, Fairclough, that it is going to be pseudo-combat because 4 of the NCPD officers are going to shoot you with their microwavers. But let's figure out what happens with the microwavers first, and then if you're still able to move, we'll let you go.
Okay.
So I need 4 DV15 cyberware checks here, or cybertech checks, please.
Okay.
Can he try to dodge these?
My understanding of the way it works is, I guess I do still technically have to roll to hit, so let me do that. And then depending on how many hit, we'll go from there. So,
I mean, they've probably been aiming, so it's not too unfair to say at least,
right.
most of them, if not all hit.
Let's see. So first one, 15, I believe, is quite enough to hit. 16, again, just enough. 19, definitely. And okay, so only gonna be hit by 3.
All right. So what does it look like as he's barraged?
So it actually kind of looks a little bit weird where they hold out these guns and then instead of a bullet or instead of a laser or instead of anything like that, the barrel just sort of lights up and begins sending out unseen waves towards you. And with 3 failures on your cybertech checks, for 1 minute, and if we enter into full combat, I'll let you know how many rounds is, but for at least 1 minute, your arms and your legs are all inoperable. So go ahead and roll me a athletics here to see if you remain standing or if you end up falling as your joints lock up.
Oh no!
Oh no!
So Fairclough, you go face planting onto the grating as your arms and legs go limp, as they are sort of like puppet wires cut, as it were.
Yeah, Faircloud goes to try and move, and he just stumbles forward and collapses, and just whoosh, onto the railing.
It is at this point that Falter then looks to Kane, and Kane, of course, you can interrupt whenever if you wish to, but Falter continues. And now we have Kane, the individual who, if I had my way, I would have not made a full Borg, but I must say, you too have performed your role admirably.
Oh, you haven't seen anything yet. For example,
I'm quite sure.
She's going to shoot a grapple hand right between her and him,
Okay.
jump off this railing, and try to use it to swing straight towards him.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get a roll for the grapple arm to make sure that you hit.
Okay. What is grapple arm? Grapple
I think
gun.
we're just going to treat it kind of like a thrown object, because again, I don't think they give us full rules for it. So let's call this what's the distance? I think you're what, 12 meters?
30 meter total, but this distance is... I think her idea is she's going to latch onto something between her and Falter and then use that as kind of like a Tarzan rope to swing over to him.
Right.
Maybe like
If there's a
8
ceiling.
meters. Yeah, this depends how high it is.
Let's say the DV here is a 15.
Okay, and this is what, athletics?
Yeah,
Okay. Do we have any luck? Actually, we do have luck, so I'm gonna
you do have luck, yeah.
let's use a couple of those. Oops.
21 more
21.
than sufficient. You are able to get up to Jerry Falter with your grapple arm. What do you wish to do once you're up with him?
It's a human shield.
Human shield. All right, go ahead and roll that grapple.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not even going to roll 24. Even if he double crits, he doesn't have enough. Now, the question is, are you actively choking him, or are you going to still let him speak?
She'll get him in a choke hold and use him as a human shield for these other guards, but she'll let him speak. She won't choke him out yet.
So he actually seems kind of unperturbed, like he was expecting this. And he says, yes. Your famous trapeze act that your mother so willfully told us she tried to train you in so many times. Surely you wish to know why we cloned your mother over and over again.
I'm a little curious.
Well, not only was it a nice way to cement the fact that you were an unstable element and that you could be corrupted, or at least tied to corruptive elements, it was just fun. She was a very malleable individual.
Where's your backup, Jerry?
Oh, that's the best part. Right now, all of this, he motions around with his free hands, it's going out live to everyone in the city.
Including your little confession.
Oh, no, see, that part we edit out. All the people of Night City see is two cyber psychos from MAXTAC attempting to take down the NCPD from within. The benefits of having a media on your side. Isn't that right, Miss Gray? And you hear Miss Gray's voice come over the loudspeaker. I'm quite sorry, Fairclough and Kane, but I honestly had no choice. It was either work for Jerry Falter or, well, suffer the same fate as Tubes.
So, Jerry, you don't have a backup somewhere of you?
Of me? No, there's just me. So if you want to kill me, go right ahead. You'll just further cement the fact that MAXTAC needs to be taken apart.
This is Night City. What are you doing being so self-sacrificial?
Well, that's the best part. If you kill me, I'm a martyr in the eyes of the NCPD and in the eyes of Night City.
What do you care about martyrdom?
Oh, I don't. That's the best part, is that as far as I'm concerned, anything you do to me or anything you do to these officers, that's just icing on the cake. My job's already been done.
You're a real pain in the ass.
Thank you.
She's gonna choke him out.
Choke him out. All right. So it's at this point that Kane, the other officers are going to aim at you and fire at you. Their DVs are significantly higher because you are further away than what Fairclough was. So double checking ranges here. I believe one's at a 13 and then the other 3 are at a 20. So let's see what happens there. Again,
And
they're
Red-
NCPD, so I don't have much faith, but you never know.
Does her human shields work for this situation?
No, because they're still microwavers, so they only
They go
affect.
through. Gotcha.
Yeah. So the 10 does hit, so that's at least one hit. That's a critical fail, so a no. So that third one's gonna miss. Oh my lord, that one's really
wow.
not gonna hit. So yeah,
He
I
dropped
just
his
need.
gun.
Yeah, I just need a single DV-15 cyber tech check here.
Okay. And just to confirm, these cannot be dodged.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. Your legs are going to become inoperable, which means that your arms are still good, but you sort of still holding on to Jerry Falter as he goes limp. Your legs kind of go out underneath you. They go to jelly, and you like slump down to the floor next to him, kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's at this point, though, that Fairclough, your arms and legs are coming back online, but you're still very much prone.
Okay.
And if it helps,
Shit,
Hart
okay.
shouts from her position, "I got coolant, take number 2 down. Do you want me to keep going?" Or and she kind of looks up, oh boy, that's a lot of people with guns.
Oh man. Okay, yeah. Fairclough is going to. How much can I even do on a turn, especially from a prone position?
Well, I mean, if you're prone, you still can take actions. It's just that moving, you have to use the get up action to move.
Mm-hmm.
Or does he? He has a grapple hand too. Although he'd need something very, very strong to support him, and I don't know if that ceiling would have much of in that regards.
One way to find out.
You know what? Yeah, sure. This is gonna end up with him fucking cratering into one of the servers below, but sure. Let's go ahead and make an attempt to get up there.
Okay.
And he's going to move over here.
So
What should I roll?
go ahead and roll a. I think we were going to do the same roll. It was athletics for Kane, so it'll be athletics for you.
Okay.
Where are you aiming your grapple, for instance?
36.
Oh, yeah,
I was gonna
that's
say if there's anything at the ceiling. Alternatively, he could grapple to the ledge, perhaps, with his arm.
with the 36. You can grapple wherever the hell you want.
Okay, yeah. From his lying down position, his body just kind of like twitches, surges for a moment, and then one of his arms just makes a throwing motion, and the hand just goes, and the cable goes out, grabs hold of the ledge, and along with a jump and the pulling from the grapple hook, he is going to surge across this gap in the water and hopefully make it to the ledge.
Yeah, again with a 36, more than easy.
How far
And
is
with that,
this
he's
drop?
going to grab the officer, and he's going to throw them off the ledge and into the water, at least onto the rack there, if not into the water.
How far
Alright, go
down
ahead
is the
and-
rack?
Yeah, go ahead and roll brawling here, and then we'll move into structured combat.
Okay.
Yeah, 20.
20.
You know what?
20.
I'll roll because it could actually matter,
Yeah.
but you never know. Survey says that is a no. So let's be clear. Do you want to throw him into the rack, or do you want to throw him into the water?
He's gonna. Ooh. It's just water, though, right? It's not gonna kill him, is it?
I mean, Tubes has been ducked in it several times, and he's still breathing. So,
How far down is the drop onto the railing or the platforms?
it is a story. So what is that? 3 meters? 3.5?
Okay.
It's a good height up. Yeah, he's going to drop him so that he hits the. He's just gonna throw him straight into the water.
Straight into the water. He goes sailing into the water. We hear a nice kaploosh, and the NCPD officer is in the water. All right. So with that, we are going to enter into some structured combat. So let me get a
Sure.
combat encounter going. Add these guys to the turn order here. Kane in here. Throw Heart in here as well. And Fairclough, and then these two up here. All right, let's get that initiative rolling.
All right, and I get a +4 to that.
So you're at a 21.
Oh, damn, crit.
Man, they must have sent that same. That's that same officer, isn't it? The one with the 26.
Damn, couple
potentially,
crits.
yeah. All right, so NCPD officer top of the order is going to be the one nearest to Kane, and Kane, I'm pretty sure he'll hit, but again, rolling for the sake of rolling. How do you feel about a 15? 15 will hit you.
All right.
So another DV15 Cybertech check here.
Come on, +1. Actually, I don't think I can beat it. I have a 4 total. But maybe I'll get crit. Nope.
9. So your legs are already out for the next 2 rounds. So now your arms are going to be out for the next 4 rounds. So it's basically 1 minute we're going to treat like 2 rounds. I know it's supposed to be like 6 seconds or 10 seconds, but that's too short of time. Especially, well, let me ask this. Do you want me to be mean and make it literally supposed to be 10-second turns where you're out for like 10 rounds? Or do you want it to be a little bit more loose?
I think this fight is going to be very anticlimactic because if she has her legs and arms not working each round, it's mostly just going to be a lot of skip turns.
Right, yeah. So let's do it a little bit more loosey-goosey, and we'll just say that your arms are out for 4 rounds, but your legs are out for only 2 more. But your head still works. Anything you would have in your torso still works. It's just that your legs and arms aren't really responsive right now.
Okay.
All right. So that's his turn. Actually doing his job for once. Well done there, Mr. NCPD. Fairclough, you are the next victim here. Let's see what they roll. 17. So yes, I need a DV 15 from you as well.
Oh boy. I don't even think it's possible without it.
Ooh.
Oh, 4.
Ooh. I'm going to say your arms are now offline again for 4 rounds.
Okay.
All right. So it is now Kane's turn. So Kane, I know you're on the ground and your arms and legs are useless, but you still have things you can do.
Yes, I can talk. I don't actually think there's much she can do. She can talk. She can use her radio. I think this might be GG.
You could talk mad shit to the officer that just hit you.
You could. That is an option. Could always try to intimidate him as well. You know, you could go full, crazy and try to scare him that way. Alternatively, you could maybe get your gun with your teeth and fire it from your mouth. I'd allow that. That just sounds cool to me.
The teeth gun. I don't even know how that would look like.
I don't know if that's possible, but if he does try to get near her, she could definitely try and chomp him.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Chad also gives another idea. You could technically use your radio to a call-in show and live stream your version of events.
Do we get a connection down here?
You do.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Sure, might as well. She'll use her internal agent and internal radio, whatever is necessary, to call in to. Oh shit! Do we know? I forget. What was the name of that rocker girl?
The one that helped you?
Yeah.
That would be that would be Curie-chan.
Okay. I don't think we know any independent medias, but she's about as close as we can get. So Kane will call her and just start streaming to her.
Okay. So Curie-chan is going to basically piggyback the signal to the outlets, and I think Hart is going to shout up, Hey, I don't know if you meant to do this, but you're now on side by side on every channel across Night City right now.
Yep. She'll So Terry's been unconscious for all that little announcement, right?
Yes.
So Kane's gonna just give him a little wake up whack with her head.
Okay. Do you want narratively? I can say that he wakes up now.
She's just gonna try to get him up right now.
Okay. Yeah, we'll say that since you just kind of choked him out, maybe Jerry's a little bit sterner stuff. He does wake up as you smack him with your head.
Mm-hmm.
And as he kind of looks at himself on the ground and he sees you next to him, almost useless, he goes, now you're just making things difficult. Like, if you just be a nice little cyborg and let us take you offline and reprogram you, we could actually continue to use you and we don't actually have to kill you today.
We'll just narrow our eyes at him. You talk a lot, Jerry. What's got you so cocky?
Well, the fact that nobody is ever going to hear the truth of what happened down here.
What? You think we won't find out about what you did with Biotechnica, my mother, the bombing?
Biotechnica was happy to take a big fat check from the NCPD if it meant getting to advance their cloning agenda.
And what about protecting and serving, Jerry?
Well, that's what we're doing, is we're protecting and serving the individuals of this fair city from MAXTAC, the incorruptible paladins, the blight upon our city in terms of honor and justice.
Really impressive a man gets knocked out and returns right to monologuing after he wakes up.
Do you think I was going to shoot you? That's beneath me.
We'll see.
So after all that's gone out across Night City, I'm going to roll something on the down low here, but that is going to be your turn. Fairclough, it is now your go.
Okay. There's a lot of other officers in here.
Mm-hmm.
Is this... Okay, he is on the turn order mission. Just trying to think of where he should be going. I mean, he needs to help. We need to defend the Netrunner. But his arms are disabled as well. Alright, how far can he run? Whoops.
Since you move like 12, 16?
Oh, now I'm reversing him.
I gotcha. I think here we go.
It's his run speed is what? Like 18, 16 tiles?
What is your move? An 8? If your move's an 8, then I believe it's 16, yeah. Well, it's 16 meters, I think is what it is. Let me double check.
All right, yeah, he can make it.
Yeah, so it's a number of squares equal to your move, and if you run, it's double that.
Okay, well, I don't want to run. Can he make this move here and then attack this officer?
What is your move?
15.
Oh,
That's
if you have a move of
15
15, then yeah, you can definitely get there, no problem.
Okay. Yeah, Fairclough begins running, and his arms aren't malfunctioning. The grapple hand just kind of like slacks off from the wrist, and it's just kind of dangling about with the rest of the arm. But it's making this dreadful, just like you know how he kind of like made this clunking sound when he ran. It's now even worse because now his arms are clamoring against his actual warframe as he just recklessly runs over, and he is going to. He's going to throw out a left kick and knock this guy into the same pool of water, and hopefully try and hit that other officer who's just now made his way to the top.
All right, this is Spartaing the officer. Love it. Go ahead and roll that martial arts or that brawling.
All right.
15 is, well, I mean, there is a chance he evades it. Would this be the first time that they do? I have no idea.
I believe in you, NCPD guy. No!
Yeah, no, we didn't believe hard enough. All right, so yeah, you Sparta kick him off the ledge. He goes sailing into the water on top of his buddy, and they both go back under the water. But let me actually take them out of the turn order because they are uselessly floating in the water.
Oh no, they got knocked out? Or
Well,
they're just like swimming there?
They're just swimming there, and their weapons are, since
Underwater.
they are microwavers, yeah,
Alright.
they're no longer useful here. So we
They're
just
probably
mark-
just trying to keep up their heads up above the water and all that gear.
Doggy paddle, doggy paddle.
Exactly. All right. All right. So that's Fairclough. Let me see what officer we have next. They're at a range, so I think they're going to stay where they are and hold their action. Actually, hold on. Let me check distances here. Yeah, they're at a range, the microwaver. All right, so he's going to hold his action. You're on the floor, so Fairclough, I think 30 meters is possible. Let me double check. It is, but it's a DV-25. Well,
boy.
stranger things have happened.
They've rolled that on the initiative, so, you know.
Yeah, you know, it's
Dare to dream.
possible.
Yep. Dare to dream. Oh shit!
Oh, fuck.
Oh my
Wow!
fucking word! He did it!
He spoke too soon. Oh my gosh.
Okay, Mr.
Fucking
NCPD,
legend.
good job. Good job. All right,
We
well,
found him. We found Madam
Fairclough.
Blackhand. He's here.
Yeah, Fairclough. Now your legs are inoperable. So
Oof.
the good news is that you don't go over the railing, but you definitely slump against it as your cyber tech fails.
Not again. That guy's getting the medal.
Yeah, that guy really is. Like, he is just... Wow. Wow, what a
What
time.
a shot.
It's at this point that Hart is going to roll her basic tech just to see if she finishes with the coolant. She does. Only needed a 13, and she kind of
nice.
looks up at Fairclough over the railing, kind of maybe hears and sees from
Twonk.
Kane's point of view, and says, "Hey, do you two trust me?
Don't have many other options right now, do we?
All right, because, well, this is all I got." And she actually takes her cyber deck and slams it so hard into the coolant tank that it begins to crack and rupture. And
I was
because
thinking
of the
of
way
that too.
she's been messing with it, the other coolant tank in the corner of the room that she already messed with, the one top right, is going to begin spewing coolant at the same time as the bottom right one is. So for sake of argument, let me just draw here on the map. Within moments, this entire area is going to be filled with coolant. But basically, you are both full cyborg, which means you don't have to breathe. Anybody else has to breathe, yes, but anybody within that area cannot breathe.
Right.
But it also acts as smoke cover, so if you get in there somehow, it is possible.
To teeth our way over.
Mhm.
Mm.
All right, let's see. So that is her go. NCPD officer number 3. Yep, he's over there, so he's not going to do anything. And then this officer over here to the left, this one here, I think he's going to kind of shout over and go, Mr. Falter, sir, do you need any further assistance? Or... And Falter says, "Oh, I have everything we need. These two will be excellent assets for Arasaka and Biotechnica." Very well, sir. We'll just remain on station here.
Did they pay
And-
you for this?
Did they pay us? Well, yeah, Arasaka's paying the big bucks for your big buddy over there. And you? Biotechnica's wanted their hands on you ever since they got the hands on your mother. But you know she's a bit of a genetic anomaly, where when she's cloned, her biosignatures and her what's it called? I don't know the technical term for it, but she doesn't degrade like other clones do. That makes her very special.
No armies of mothers, please.
Oh, don't you worry. There's another 30 copies just waiting in a Biotechnica facility.
With only good intentions in mind, I'm sure.
Oh no, we're gonna wreak havoc with those clones.
You just give them a little smile.
Yeah. And it's at this point that I am going to ask you all as players, because at this point both of you are movement disabled, but you have gotten your message out to Night City. And my question is, would you like a narrative end at this point, or do we want to keep playing out the roles?
I mean, I still feel like we need to. I mean, I feel like it wouldn't have been necessarily that easy. I feel like they would have accounted for something like that, considering they know we're full board and what we're capable of. Exactly. If anybody knows what we're capable of, it would be them.
Right.
So I feel like there's something we needs to be one more obstacle we need to overcome before Night City actually gets the signal.
Kicking Jerry's
gets
face in.
what we're recording.
Well, Hart activated these coolant tanks, right? So eventually this room is probably going to start flooding.
Yes.
So Fairclough and Kane's survival is on the table, even though they're disabled right now. I think that... What time do we normally end? When does this normally run till?
We can end whenever at this point.
Yeah. Because I think could be a good spot. I leave it to you two. I think a narrative ending would be just fine at this point. I think we accomplished a lot of what we set out to do. And while poor Kane here didn't get to have her Mountain of Corpses duel with Adam Smasher, I think she got pretty close to at least a little bit of a gotcha there at the end. So I'm happy with whatever you guys decide on.
Now, what are you thinking, Alex?
I don't know. I just feel like that's a bit of that ending would be a little bit too easy. I feel like it wouldn't just be so simply as we can just send a signal. I feel like that one of us needs to make it out and get their brain dance recording to someone who will actually make this public, rather than just it's live streamed remotely and just
okay. So a recording rather than a live stream.
Yeah. All right.
Because we have brain dance recorders.
Right. You know what? I think I have a way that settles both of this. Let me ask this. Would Fairclough and Kane, one or the other or both, would you be letting Hart into your brain or just into your agents? Because if you let her into your brain, she can yank those recordings and get out.
Sure.
Fairclough would.
Okay. Then I'm going to roll something for Hart, and depending on what she rolls, we'll either continue or we'll just sort of see what happens.
Can we give Kane our luck points here?
You can. So how many points do you want to give Hart here?
I'll give her my last 3.
Last 3?
Stake it all.
6. So adding 9 to this roll then. Let's see. Mod of 9.
Oh, damn!
Then she crits.
Whoa.
All right. So you all aren't going to really feel anything, but you would see in your heads-up display that there is a copy files coming from your braindance recorders. You see it being transferred to Hart's deck. And though you can't see Hart, because at this point the coolant has filled up an even larger space, at this point, we're now talking about maybe about this sort of area. But what you would know, based on what she's telling you subvocally, is that Hart is escaping to the elevators and says, I hate to leave you guys, but if I get your brain dance out, maybe we can come and rescue you later.
Stay safe.
And then Hart manages to get in an elevator and exfiltrate. Meanwhile, with you two, Jerry Falter does continue to gloat and say, well, I think it's hard time we get this coolant mess cleaned up and you two into brain dance. Because again, the sooner we get you re-educated, the more profit you'll be bringing in.
We'll take you to hell one day, Jerry.
I look forward to it.
Are there more officers?
Well, it's at this point that this is where we're going to do a little bit of a narrative end. But this is where I'm going to describe what happened based on your sort of roles here. So again, the signal does get out. Hart does manage to take your brain dance recordings and her own recordings to a media. The story does get out. And the story initially being spun by the media of, oh, well, MAXTAC is, dealing with corrupted cyber psychos and, they need to be taken down. Your brain dances hit the open waves. and there are riots almost immediately outside of every NCPD station, office, whatever. And it's one of those things where this is probably the worst sort of open conflict that Night City has seen since the time of the Red. Where if it weren't for the fact that the NCPD is a little bit better armed than a normal citizen, it's very much possible that the city would become truly lawless. Like, that's the level of riots that are going on. As for you two, what ends up happening is you both awake. You don't know how long later, but when you awake, it is in the MAXTAC HQ room where you are going to be decommissioned. And both of you are on the table as you look up and you see Hel, your original netrunner. And she kind of says, you're finally awake. How do you feel? Do you know who I am? Do you remember?
What did we miss?
Well, let's just say not only did you clear your names and take down almost the entirety of a corrupt organization within the NCPD, but they tried to re-educate you, but that's kind of what my job is now, to figure out how scrambled your brains are and if you guys can return to the force.
How much scrambling? Fairclough, do you remember your own name?
Yeah, it's Henry. Henry Fairclough. Don't tell me you forgot my full name, damn it.
I never even remembered your full name, Fairclough.
That doesn't surprise me.
Did they ever put us into service, or?
No, actually, the Hammerman himself took charge and led a raid on the NCPD studios they were hosting you in. And I wish you could see the brain dance. Well, I guess we can get you a copy of those brain dances. But man, that was something to see.
Thought I missed it. Well, from the sounds of it, I can't imagine the city's status quo right now.
No, the city's still a mess. We still have cars burning in the streets. The captain's Porsche is burning again. And we just have a bit of lawlessness in the city. But overall, I think once things calms down, I think you two will do good for the city.
Yeah. Can't get rid of cyber psychos, can you?
No. And in fact, that's something I wanted to actually bring up. And she sort of motions at a monitor, and she shows the footage of Fairclough not killing the rookies. She kind of points at it and says, if you had slaughtered those rookies without any hesitation, I would have immediately designated you Cyber Psycho. But I think there's still humanity left in you. As much as Falter tried to make it out that you were a puppet, I think very much that both of you are still very much in control of your faculties.
Finally, all that self-control pays off, right, Fairclough?
I guess, but I still don't know what happened. What they did to me.
Well, it's nothing a little weeks or a few months in therapy can't cause or fix.
Oh, here we go again.
Oh, don't worry. We're not going to put you in brain dance this time. Though, of course, if either of you would like to step out now and return to a civilian life, I do have a discretion to say, move your brain case to a civilian body if you wish to step out at this moment. And frankly, after everything you two have been through, if you want to go to the civilian life, no hard feelings. It's been nice working with you. But if you want to keep going, you want to keep handling corruption like this, well, I'd be happy to be your netrunner again.
And cyber psychos?
Well, you're going to have to probably shoot a few of those in the face, but,
I'm in.
Okay. What about you, Fairclough?
Be happy to work with you too.
Excellent. Then, as your official medtech / netrunner, I hereby sentence you both to 3 rounds of bowling tonight at 8 p.m. And we'll just sort of go from there. How does that sound?
She'll if we have control of our limbs right now.
Yeah, you've got full
just
control of your bodies again.
gonna look over to Fairclough and just hold out raise a fist.
All right. Boom. Or turn it.
Hell yeah.
And that is where we're going to end the story of MAXTAC SPAR Team 9. So yeah,
It's like little
Ooh.
sparks as they hit this like really fucking hard.
mhm.
The only way to do it when you're that powerful.
Yeah. So yeah, honestly, I was very much interested to see how that last fight went, and it actually ended sooner than I thought because oh my god, that 25, that fucking 25,
He did it.
God damn, he did it.
he did, and it was one of those things where, interestingly, I think the microwaver is the weapon to use against anyone who's bored in any way because it just knocks you out so quickly. It's not even
brutal.
funny.
It's
It really
brutal.
is.
Gonna have to first thing Kane is doing once she starts getting paychecks
Cyber
is
tech.
AMP shielding. First
EMP
thing.
shielding would probably be a very good idea. Very
Mhm.
good idea. Yeah. But yeah, what'd you guys think? You know what? That might not have been the best ending, but I think it was an ending.
Oh, I think it was good. Yeah, I think it was great.
I think you did well. I think
Yeah.
you still did well.
No
I'm
complaints
still
here.
satisfied.
Excellent. All right. Well, Twitch and YouTube, this is where we're going to say goodbye. We hope you enjoyed. And until next time, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.